Hello. If you spend time reading grammar rules, you might come across statements which say that there is no future tense in English. Isn't there a future tense in English? What does it mean? Can we communicate events in future in English? Yes. The relationship between tense and time is often not one-to-one. Past and present tenses can be used in some circumstances to refer to future time. Example, if he comes tomorrow, we could go for a movie. This is a conditional clause. We use past tense forms to make suggestions about what might happen in the future. If he came tomorrow, we could borrow his car. Present tenses can refer to the past as well. Present tense referring to the past? Yes, as in newspaper headlines. Example, minister resigns. Earthquake hits Haiti, and so on. Even though the event happened in the past, we use present tense to denote it. This method gives more impact for the news because it puts the event close to us, closer to the present. Present and past tense can be used interchangeably to denote events in the past and present. What about the future? I walk is in the simple present tense. Okay. I walked is in simple past. Will the verb walk change its form into something else when used to denote an event in future? Walk, walked. So what happens in future tense? It won't change. It remains the same. English has inflectional forms to denote present and past tense of verbs, but the verbs don't inflect to denote future tense. What is inflection? Not infection, inflection. Inflection is the way we change a word's form to reflect things like tense, plurality, gender, etc. This is usually governed by consistent, predictable rules. The word inflection comes from the Latin inflectare, meaning to bend. കുറച്ചൊരു മാറ്റം വരുത്താണ് ആ വേർബിൽ. Inflection affects nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and most commonly verbs. Inflections can also suggest whether the subjects are singular or plural. For example, the inflection S at the end of dogs, dog, dogs. It shows that the noun is plural, dogs. Adjectives inflect when we change them into their comparative and superlative forms. Big, bigger, biggest. In Malayalam, avan varunnu, avan vannirunnu, avan varum. Aval bhakshanam kazhikkunnu, aval bhakshanam kazhichu, aval bhakshanam kazhikkum. In Malayalam, this kazhikkunnu is used in present tense. Kazhichu is used to denote the action that has been completed. Kazhikkum, it is used to denote the future event. These are all examples for inflections. Most languages have them. Pengutti, penguttigal, that kal is an example for an inflection. In the case of verbs in English, the past tense marker, typically ed, as in walk becomes walked, jump becomes jumped, and see becomes saw. Similarly, take can become taken and break can become broken. What about the future tense? I will walk daily or I am going to walk daily. The verb is still walk. ആ walk എന്നുള്ള verb മാറ്റം വരുന്നില്ല. We use the modal verb will to communicate this, or the verb going to refer to the future tense. We express future tense using the verbs in the present tense or past tense. There is no special change in the form of the verb while referring to the future tense. Richard Nordquist in thoughtco.com says, there are multiple ways to express the future tense in English. Let's look at them. The simple present. Example, we leave tonight for Atlanta. Past tense of leave is left. To denote an event in the past, we may say, we left yesterday for Atlanta. Leave becomes left. To denote future tense, the verb leave does not undergo any change. So, we leave tonight for Atlanta. ഇന്ന് പോകും എന്നുള്ളത് പറയാണ്. ആ വെർബ് ലീവിൽ മാറ്റം വരുന്നില്ല. Let us look at another example. The present progressive tense. We are leaving the kids with Louis. കുട്ടികൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? കുട്ടികളെ തൽക്കാലത്തേക്ക് ലൂയിസിൻ്റെ കൂടെ നിർത്താൻ പോവുകയാണ്. ഫ്യൂച്ചർ ടെൻസ് ആണ്. We are leaving the kids with Louis. The next one. The modal verb will. എങ്ങനെ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാം? It is used with the base form of a verb. I will leave you some money. I will leave you some money. Again, it refers to the future tense here. The modal verb will can be used with the progressive tense. I will be leaving you a check. Sir, I have not received my payment. Don't worry. I will be leaving you a check. Again, it denotes future. Another method, a form of be, to be verb with the infinitive. Our flight is to leave at 10 p.m. Our flight is to leave. But to leave is infinitive. Okay. Next one, a semi-auxiliary means a helping verb. A semi-auxiliary verb such as to be going to, or to be about to, with the base form of a verb. Example, we are going to leave your father a note. We are going to leave your father a note. പോകാൻ പോവാണ്, നമ്മൾ ഇറങ്ങാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. അതിന് പോകുന്നതിന് മുമ്പേ അച്ഛൻ ഒരു നോട്ട് എഴുതി വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ പോകുന്നത്. നമ്മൾ എഴുതി വെക്കും എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. ഫ്യൂച്ചർ ടെൻസ് ആണ്. നെക്സ്റ്റ്, the future perfect tense. This verb tense is used to express an action that will be completed at some point in the future. The term perfect means completed. It is used to denote events which have been completed. We will have finished our lunch by the time you get here. The will plus have plus finished. We will finish our lunch by 2 p.m. We will have finished our lunch by the time you get here. So an event, finishing of our lunch, is going to happen before you reach the place. ഇപ്പോൾ നാളെ നീ ഇവിടെ വരുമ്പോഴേക്കും ഞങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാകും എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. ഭാവിയിൽ നടക്കാൻ പോകുന്ന കാര്യമാണ് അവിടെ സൂചിപ്പിക്കുന്നത്. പക്ഷേ വേർബിൽ വലിയ മാറ്റം വരുന്നില്ല. Future perfect progressive tense. This verb tense is used to express an ongoing action that will be completed at a specific time in the future. By this time next year, we will have been studying in this college for 2 years. അടുത്ത വർഷം ഈ മാസം ആകുമ്പോഴേക്കും എന്താണ്, ഈ കോളേജിൽ 2 വർഷം നിങ്ങൾ അവിടെ സ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഫ്യൂച്ചർ പറയുന്നതാണ്. രാഖി വിൽ റീച്ച് കൊച്ചി അറ്റ് 7 p.m. I will have been traveling for 18 hours by then. രാഖി കൊച്ചിയിൽ 7 മണിക്ക് എത്തും. പക്ഷേ ആ സമയമാകുമ്പോഴേക്കും എൻ്റെ സ്ഥിതി എന്താണ്, ഞാൻ 18 മണിക്കൂർ യാത്ര ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും ആ സമയമാകുമ്പോഴേക്കും. This is why we hear people saying that there is no future tense in the English language. It does not mean that there is no future, just that we can use the past and present tense form of the verbs to denote future events. Okay.